And welcome. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Logan. This is Timeless Personal Growth Development. Fitness episode 9. Today we're talking about optimizing mass building in lockdowns. Oh, what's this? Timeless Personal Growth and Development coffee cup. Wow. Train hard, train often, and get caffeinated. Wow. I already did it this morning. I trained hard, I trained often, and now I'm getting caffeinated. Wow. If you want your very own coffee cup, it'll be available on Amazon soon. Let's get started. Optimizing mass building in lockdowns. So depending on where you live in the world, yes, we're in lockdowns and gyms are closed again. It's annoying, it's frustrating as hell. I know. For me, the first lockdown was a lot more frustrating than the second one. So, the second one that happened in October, gym shut down here in Quebec. So I just decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to allow this lockdown to make me physically fall apart, lose all my gains, lose my size, lose my muscular endurance. So, I went to Fitness Depot, I bought some equipment and created myself a home gym. Got some dumbbells, I got a pull-up bar, but it's only two pieces of equipment. You don't really have what you need to really, put on size, build on mass. So what do you do to put on size, put on mass when you're very limited of the equipment that you have in your home? What can you do? Well, you can put on size, you can put on mass, because it primarily depends on what you're putting into your mouth, what you're feeding yourself. Yes, muscular stimulation is part of it too. You need to stimulate the muscle, you need to pump the muscle, you need to exercise. But you can pump in, if gyms weren't locked down and you can spend 5 hours in the gym, in the weight room, going to Gold's Gym, going to your local YMCA, but if you're not eating correctly, you're not going to gain size. And I'm telling you, you can gain size by just doing body weight exercises. It all depends on what you eat. It all starts with the food you eat. For example, I trained myself here in my home. I've developed myself a little workout routine. Monday, Monday I do chest, Tuesday I do legs, and then shoulders, arms. Then I take a rest day in the middle of the week, and then Friday, Saturday, then I do back. Then and Sunday I rest again. But how am I going to put on size with the routine I built? It all depends on what I eat. You need to fuel your body filled with the right protein and the right carbs to build that mass. It's a hell of a lot of eating. If you want to put on size, if you want to put on mass, it also gets really, really frustrating to eat that much. And depending on your goal, what you're trying to do, you're trying to put on mass, you gotta have a diet that's sustainable. If you're trying to put on size and put on mass, depending how big you are, I'm 5'10", I'm about 195, 200 pounds. So eating 7-8 meals a day to put on size, maybe I'll definitely be able to put on size. 7-8 meals a day, every meal getting protein in my meal. But my lifestyle and what I do, it's not a sustainable diet to hold. I can do it maybe for a week, and then it's impossible to maintain. Because I need that sufficient amount of protein through animal foods. But then if I'm not getting enough, I gotta take supplements. I gotta take protein. I gotta take whey protein. I gotta take casein protein to get the protein that I need to build that size. And depending on your lifestyle and your work, if you're running around all day, it's hard, it's challenging, and to find the time to fit on that food, where you got to go do this thing, and then you got to go to the bank, and then you got to go see your parents, and then you got so much little things to do, and finding those little moments where you got to shovel that food in, you got to shovel that chicken and that rice in. It feels like a part-time job, and it's so hard to maintain. So find something that works for you. What works for me? Cardio in the morning. Cardio, and I have a little bit of protein. And then I'll do my 45 minutes of weights here in my apartment. And from there, I'll go to second breakfast. I get a little bit of a protein shake in, and then I go in and then I'm ready for work. Thankfully, I work in a school. So the way the school day is structured, the kids will have snack time. Snack and lunch, and then snack in the afternoon as well. I use those moments to get my protein in. A little snack time around 10 o'clock, and then lunch, get a little more protein, and then afternoon snack, and then when I get home, I'll have a little more protein, and then I'll have dinner, and then I'll end the day with another protein shake. But the trick is, that's all you're eating. There's no little like snack foods, crackers, granola bars in the middle. None of that. Because your body's gonna digest all that. If you're having a bunch of little snacks in the middle, you're not gonna feel good, and you're not gonna feel up for having your next meal. So what you're eating throughout the day, you write it down. Meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. This is all that I'm eating. That's all you're eating. There's no in between stuff. There's no snacks. None of that. You need to have that. You need to have protein every single meal. Throw in the little protein shakes in the middle, and that's it. That alone is going to be very challenging to maintain every single day. But I'm telling you, by the end of the week, you'll be tired and exhausted from eating so much. Because what's an effective way to recover from all that eating? Give your stomach a little bit of a break. Give your digestive system a little bit of a break, and then fast for 24 hours. So you get back on the path, get back on track for your Monday, so you continue the diet. And a lot of people like having cheat days. I love cheat days too. The problem with cheat days is it takes you back off that path, and trying to put you back on your diet plan on Monday, it really, for me, cheat days really throw me off and really throw my stomach and my digestive tract off to get back on the path. What works better for me? Fasting, so I can get hungry again. Cheat days, when I'm having a lot of sugar, a lot of processed foods, a lot of carbs, a lot of starch and sodium, especially sodium, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry to get back on my diet on the Monday, and it just completely throws me off. And I can't sustain it, and I can't follow the diet. I could follow the workout routine, but I can't follow the diet. But you got to find what works for you. What works for me? Having little meals of protein throughout the week, and then having a little period of time where I can fast, and that helps me a lot. And always making sure you're giving yourself that time to be hungry again. Because if you're going into every single meal, you're like, oh, you're struggling to get through the next one, struggling to get through that next one, and your digestive system and your stomach goes on overload, and it can't process the amount of food and the amount of protein that you're putting into it. You need to build, and then you fall off your diet. And you got to make sure that you're getting your weights in too, and you're stimulating the muscle effectively. Because if you're not stimulating the muscle enough for proper muscle growth, tearing the muscle fibers, and then eating the sufficient amount of protein, you're not going to get as much growth as you can. So you want to make sure you're stimulating that muscle, getting your meals, about 6 to 7 meals in, a sufficient amount of protein. If you need to, supplements, protein powders, to get the more protein in for build. And my last point, a sufficient amount of rest. Make sure you're sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours a night to get that rest that you need for proper growth. That is where growth happens, is during that rest period. So you find yourself late at night, 11:30 at night, playing video games, playing on your phone. Like, that's the time where you can get an extra hour or two of sleep in, so you can rest so you can recharge your body for the next workout. Get off your phone. Get off of Netflix. Get off of Disney Plus. Go to bed a little bit earlier, an hour or two earlier, so you get the sufficient amount of rest for your next workout. Make sure you're stimulating the muscle, eating a sufficient amount of protein for growth, 6 to 7 meals a day with supplements, and getting the proper amount of rest for optimizing growth. And on that note, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Logan Ryder, Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And I will see you all in the next video.